What if I told you the real secret to living a powerful, effective life wasn't about trying harder, but about understanding that on some deep, fundamental level, you aren't the one doing anything at all? Now, I know that sounds like a paradox, right? A complete contradiction. But this is the mind-bending secret at the very heart of the Bhagavad Gita, and it's designed to completely flip the script on how we think about action, success, and even our own freedom. Let's break down how it all works. So here's our roadmap. We're going to start with an impossible choice. From there, we'll redefine what renunciation really means, uncover the secret of the lotus leaf, and then we'll tackle the most mind-bending idea of them all, that you are not the one in control. And finally, we'll see how understanding all of this leads to a profound, lasting peace. It all kicks off on a battlefield, with a warrior named Arjuna having a complete and total crisis. And it's not just about the fight that's right in front of him. No, he's wrestling with a much deeper question, one that I think we all face in our own lives. With all the conflict and confusion out there, what is the right thing to do? So you can imagine, Arjuna is completely lost. His guide, Krishna, seems to be telling him two different things. First, Krishna praises the idea of renouncing everything, of walking away from action. But then, in the next breath, he tells Arjuna to get up and fight. So Arjuna asks a totally fair question. He's like, which is it? I can't do both. Just tell me, for certain, which one of these paths is actually better? And here's the core of his conflict, laid out right here. On one side, you've got sannyasa. That's the path of renunciation. Think of it as leaving society, meditating, and giving up all worldly action. And on the other side, you've got karma yoga, the path of action, of diving right into your duties as a parent, a worker, a leader. To Arjuna, these look like two completely opposite roads. You can't travel both at once. And Krishna's answer is a real curveball. He says, look, both paths get you to the same place, but actually, karma yoga, the path of action, is the better way to go. But hold on, this isn't just about picking a winner. Krishna is setting the stage for a much deeper revelation. He's about to show Arjuna that the secret isn't choosing one over the other. It's about figuring out how to live both at the exact same time. And this is the first major aha moment. Krishna just completely redefines what the word renunciation even means. See, it's not about physically running away from the world. It's about a radical shift that happens entirely in your mind. So a true renouncer, a true sannyasi, isn't someone just sitting in a cave doing nothing. Not at all. It's anyone who acts in the world without all that mental baggage, that constant internal monologue of, I want this, or I hate that. They're free from the push and pull of likes and dislikes. And because their mind is free, their actions become pure. And just like that, Arjuna's big dilemma starts to dissolve. The wise, Krishna says, see that there's no real difference in the end. When you truly master karma yoga, acting with full commitment but without being attached to the outcome, you automatically get all the inner freedom of sannyasa. The contradiction was just an illusion all along. Okay, so this all sounds great, but how do you actually live this way? To make this abstract idea perfectly clear, Krishna offers one of the most beautiful and powerful metaphors in all of spiritual literature. It's a game changer. I want you to picture a lotus leaf. It grows right there on the water, often in some pretty murky ponds. And yet the water just beads up and rolls right off. The leaf is never soaked, it's never stained. This is the secret. You can be fully engaged in the water of worldly life, with all its challenges, its successes, its failures. But if you dedicate your actions to a higher purpose, none of it sticks to you. None of it can stain your true inner self. And here's another really powerful way to think about it. If you found a piece of pure gold in a pile of mud, is the gold itself actually dirty? Of course not. Its essential nature as gold is totally unchanged by its surroundings. The Gita says your true self, your core being, is exactly the same. It remains pure, regardless of whatever messy actions your body and mind have to perform out in the world. Okay, so prepare yourself for the biggest leap yet. This is where the teaching gets really wild, because it challenges our most basic assumption about who we are. that feeling that I am the one doing things. The text says that a person who really knows the truth, even while they're seeing, hearing, touching, eating, moving around, they're thinking to themselves, I am doing nothing. How is that even possible? It sounds absurd. How can you be acting yet believe with full conviction that you're doing nothing at all? Well, the logic behind this is fascinating when you break it down. Step 1. Your senses, your eyes see, your ears hear, your hands touch, they're just moving among the objects of the world. They're doing their jobs. Step 2. Who are you in this whole process? The teaching says your true self, your Atman, is just the silent consciousness witnessing all of this happen. So step 3. The self, the real you, stays separate and therefore remains unstained by any of it. Think of it like a movie screen. The screen isn't in the movie. It's not affected by the explosions or the drama. It just allows the movie to be seen. You are the screen, not the character in the film. And this isn't just some personal mind game. It actually reflects a cosmic principle. Krishna says that even the Lord of the universe doesn't micromanage every single action and its result. Instead, creation just unfolds according to its own inherent laws. Our big mistake is that we insert our ego into this natural flow, and we claim, I did that, when really, we're just a part of a much larger process that's already happening. So what's the point of all this? I mean, why go through this radical mental rewiring? The payoff is absolutely immense. It's the difference between a life of constant anxiety and a life of profound, unshakable peace. And here are the two outcomes, side by side. The unsteady person is totally hooked on the results of what they do. Did I get the promotion? Do they like me? Did I win? They are constantly chained up by their own desires and their own anxieties. But the steady person, they act with excellence, and then they let go. They renounce the need for a specific reward, and in doing so, they attain a state of perfect peace. So what does this peaceful person actually look like in day-to-day life? Well, imagine having a mind that's truly unshakable. You don't get swept up in celebration when things go well, and you aren't devastated when they go badly. Imagine your happiness comes from inside you, not from things you can get. This person has real mastery over their impulses, over desire and anger. And because they see that same essential spark in every single person, they look at all beings with an eye of total equality. And the final piece of this whole puzzle is this. This state of peace is perfected when you understand that the divine, who Krishna refers to as me here, is the true recipient of all your actions and the ultimate friend to all beings. When you act not for your own ego, but as an offering to that higher reality, you find a kind of contentment that the world can't give you and can never, ever take away. And so we end right back where we began, with a profound question that turns this entire philosophy back on you. After all of this, you have to ask yourself, if your ego, your sense of I, is not the one truly in charge, then who or what is? Now that is a thought worth sitting with.